Sunday. I'm breathing a little heavy because I just came up a rather steep incline, as you might imagine, because I'm on top of another mountain. My night at the fire tower was wonderful. It was wonderful that that one had an open top, and the two gentlemen there were very nice. We exchanged phone numbers. They said, when you're in the Smokies, come in the Smokies, and they need anything, give them a call, which is nice. Very nice. And I think that may be the destination for the day. I do not know. There are ways to triangulate it and pull out your maps, stuff like that, but I don't have the time. Nor the inclination. But I'm on top of the world. Oh. And I just exchanged phone numbers with Eeyore, and he extended me the same courtesies. He's got an interesting history. 22 years in the military. In the medical field, I think it's more than just a combat doc. He might be a regular doctor or nurse practitioner. Don't know, but he's very well versed in medical issues. He's very impressed with me that I'm doing this. And he's also looking out for me. He let me know that on the other side of the Smokies there is an outbreak of something kind of centered around Standing Bear Hostel, which I was warned about in the past, you know, when I was checking for noro and stuff. So there are a lot of people getting sick there. So as much as I would have liked to go there, I'm going to avoid the place, because if it's making other people sick, it's almost guaranteed to make me sick. And when I get sick, I get sicker. It's not just wait a couple days, you'll get over it, usually. So I'll get to the Smokies and then almost out of the Smokies figure out my plan, because you have to literally almost walk right by their driveway. So it's a nice convenient spot. But not at the price of getting sick. So it's probably noro, judging by the symptoms I've been hearing. But who knows? Either way, best way to not get it is to avoid it. Alrighty. Oh yeah, also the water source before there. He advised me to avoid that. That may or may not be the case, but if I have to use it, I've got chlorine tablets, and that will take care of it. So, and that's part of the reason I have them. Alrighty, one more view and then I'm going downhill, which is similar to the uphill, only the other side. And I'm working to get to the NOC today. I think I've got 5 miles left. No, let me work. Bye-bye. Oh, that is a nice view. Okay. This was intimidating. This is what inspired me to pull the camera out. Step, 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 step. Cliff. And the cliff starts up there where that tree is. And it's just rocks. No real stairs. No real thing. And a little while there where it's not clear how you're going to get down it without bouncing your butt. But it wasn't as bad as it looks. But it did throw me a curve for a little bit. And there's a cliff you can walk out on and off the cliff. Not a suggestion. And when you can see the tops of the trees, you know you're pretty high up. Alright. Still walking to the NOC. We'll see y'all later. This camera is level right now. I will slowly tilt it up to hopefully give you an idea of the magnitude of those rocks you have to climb down. I would say that's a good 45-degree angle. I don't know if that'll come out on film, the way it comes out in real life. But here's the base of a couple trees. These are shoulder height. That's a beautiful vision over there. And here's the rest of the trail going downward. Oh. Should be less treacherous, I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Don't assume anything. See you later. By the word wow. I was actually doing a small jog down the trail. And looked up and saw this. As you can see, my elevation has dropped considerably. I'm no longer looking over tops of trees. Now they're a few feet above me. There are some that are still on top of, but I guess I'm about midway down the mountain. Now, about half hour ago, I pulled over, and I do it like once every hour or 2 hours to go ahead and move the water from the side pockets, which I just call the back. To the front, I have a Gatorade 20 ouncer, and that usually gets me about an hour or two sometimes. So I fill that up and I drink from that. It's easier. It's also easier to get the electrolyte mixes in there because the mouth is wider, and with the shakes I have trouble getting the stuff in the narrow mouth of the other water bottles. Wow. Stop and turn again. Anyhow, this guy, I'd say mid-20s, early 30s, I look and I hear this sound, and he is literally coming down the trail at a high rate of speed. I would say definitely over 5 miles an hour. Could have been 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Didn't have my radar gun handy. So, definitely over 5. And he's got his poles up in the air and his arms up in the air. And I actually thought he had lost control. Oops. No, that's not 5 o'clock, Michelle. That's like 2 o'clock. I wanted to see how far I'd get in an hour. So I'm going to check the map in a minute. Anyhow, he's coming down at a high rate of speed. And I was worried that he was going to actually run into me. And I thought I might have to give him a body block to slow him down if he's lost control. Because I've had that a couple times where the gravity starts getting you and you're just trying to slow yourself down. So he says, I'm running. He says, it's easier for me. And sure enough, I watched him, sat there and watched him as I was pouring the water from one container to the other. And he's going down the hill, and he's making the turns and everything. He wasn't out of control. And he went right on by. Watched him for about, 3 or 4 like this, you know. So, anyhow, thinking about that, and I got to a couple straightaways similar to this, and I just started jogging a little bit. I didn't get anywhere near 5 miles an hour, believe me. But I did increased my speed considerably. I was probably about 3 miles an hour and covered a lot more ground a lot more quickly. And I was very careful. Anytime I got to something like this, I would slow down to normal speed and make it over. And then you'll see this one coming up here. These are the kind of things where you really lose control and get hurt, and you pound on the other side if you're not careful. And that's what hurts the knees that everyone complains about. But other than that, I did fairly well. I was somewhat impressed, and when the opportunity presents itself, I may continue trying it. Like this section here, you do, a few steps, slow down, a few steps, like this, slow down, keep the knees bent, so the quads take the punishment, not the joint, and then slow down. As a matter of fact, I can do it even while I'm recording. In the next 2 minutes, you will see me do my face punch. It actually worked pretty good. And because I lacked time on the uphills badly, the downhills, I might be able to make some of it up. So, kind of happy with that finding. I wouldn't have discovered that if it were not for the screaming Mimi coming down the hill at a high rate of speed. Alright, thought I'd share the view and that with you. And, oh yeah, I have to stop here and check to see how far I did in that last hour. Let me do that. I'll catch you later. What I have to say. Still have 1.2 miles to go to get to the NOC. And I checked my mileage, and I evidently did about 1.5 miles an hour on that last stretch, which I was hoping for 2, to be honest, but 1.5 is a nice improvement. Catch you later. Bye-bye. And here are the luxurious suites at the NOC. You notice the deluxe mattress on the bunk beds. 2 sets, accommodating 4 people in a spacious and luxurious room that someone forgot to tape and sheetrock. And here, for the burglars, you have a light. This takes care of them seeing at night. However, you do have a very nice heating air conditioning system in the wall. I'll shut the window to keep the burglars out. And a spacious outdoor deck for living and eating, and a fire extinguisher just in case. All the amenities and the emergency equipment. And look at this expensive antique chair. It was in the schoolhouse on a little house on the prairie. I remember it well. And look, another room for all your guests. And look at the luxurious curtains. They match the mattresses. Only the observant would know that. And look here. What have we here? We have old pop-top wrappers. Whoa. It is truly amazing. And a view like none other. We haven't seen any views like this recently. I'm glad we can see over the cliff here. Alright. This is my room at the NOC. Oh well, it is out of the rain. It is climate controlled, sort of. And I'm hoping they don't charge extra for the hanger that was found on the wall. Alright. And I'm in the Gatewood. Ooh.